You thought Taurus was a puppet, they'll make you feel stupid. But they'll allow you to believe that you are the puppet master, that you pull the strings by casting judgment. This is who you are. They're not going to correct that when they're mature. They'll allow you to think what you know is right about them. But then you realize what you thought you knew was not correct because they didn't stop you. They allow you to lead with your own ignorance. See, a person that's wise will be aware of their own ignorance, which means they're not going to do too much. You would do too much with Taurus and they'll let you do too much until you realize you're doing too much and you feel dumb. You feel played. You wasn't played. You just was led by your own ignorance because Taurus did not correct you. They let you believe what you want to believe. They're not here to prove. I'm going to let you know Taurus psychology. Bear with me. Okay, break this down. A mature Taurus, they'll allow you to believe what you want to believe. They will not prove themselves and let someone else show you or tell you who that Taurus is. You may think that Taurus is this, that, all of that, or not this and that or all of that. They will allow someone else to tell you they're this, that, and that, not that, or they're not that, and that, they're this, that, and that. And you'll be like, what? Because Taurus, when they go through so many arguments, when they're learning who they are, they realize people are not trying to really understand them. So when a Taurus gets mature, they pick their battles. They can argue with certain people, and their arguments will not be about who they are. The argument may be about money, maybe about their loved ones, maybe about their job, their children, maybe about their spouse. So those are different arguments. I'm talking about Taurus proving who they are. When they know who they are, they're not going to be in that debate. You may think a Taurus could be very shy. They may allow you to believe that. And someone else will tell you that Taurus is not shy. Look at that Taurus. You may say, wow, why you tell me this, Taurus? Taurus will say, I didn't tell you anything. Why you didn't correct me? Because I'm not here to prove. They may say that Taurus is bold, courageous, and just very assertive and right to the point. Someone else may say that Taurus is not courageous or right to the point. That Taurus is very shy, very giving, very loving, but shy. They will say, why you didn't tell me that you're very giving and shy? I thought you was bold and direct. The Taurus be like, you had me figured out. I thought I had you figured out. Taurus is like, hey, you had me figured out. Because someone else is going to have to tell that person who Taurus is, or that particular person will see Taurus acting with different people a whole different way. Well, it's not a whole different way. It's the way that Taurus normally acts. It's just that person will see it as a whole different way. So they may say, you playing games, Taurus. You over here doing this, that, and that, knowing you don't act like that. So then Taurus will look at them, let someone else interfere if a person wants to interfere. If no one interfere and tell that person, Taurus is this, then that person will think Taurus playing games. That's a whole different scenario. You see, Taurus, when they're mature again, they don't want to argue about telling you who they are or who they are not. They will argue about things, like I said, if it's about money, you owe them money, or maybe it could be about some type of investment. Maybe it could be about their family. Maybe it could be about their diet. They could be arguing about you showing up late, you talking too much, you in their business, or it could be something about the investment going left or the investment going right, or whatever it could be. Those are arguments that make sense to Taurus. Those arguments has value to Taurus, because Taurus knows when to not talk about it or to continue talking about it. But to prove who they are, when it comes to self-esteem, who they are, when they're mature, they're not going to do that because you think you have them figured out. And they like having that control, knowing that you going to believe you know what you know. And Taurus is like, you'll figure out one day. And they're patient. Now, someone may say, hey, all she wants is a man. He can't do nothing on his own. Again, when Taurus mature, they may allow you to believe. Like she may allow you to believe all she wants is a man. And you find her with no man, chilling, happy. You may say, why you allow me to believe that you wanted a man? The Taurus will say, you had me figured out. I didn't want to stop you. I didn't want to stop you. Same thing about all he wants to do is be around people. He can't do nothing on his own. He may not tell you anything about how he does things on his own consistently, because he wants you to understand where you stand. And where you stand is not where he stands, because you're not understanding his plan. So he allow you to believe what you want to believe, and then you feel stupid. You feel dumb when you realize the Taurus is not what you thought they were, because they did not prove themselves. And you may see these Taurus have arguments with different people, but you did not understand the argument. You did not judge the argument. You did not understand the argument has nothing to do with proving themselves to those people. It has something to do with something else. So you thought that you was going to get an argument, but you did not get one. You got quietness, or you got them communicating around what you're talking about, because Taurus is not about the proof. They're going to leave you in doubt.